Hi, Dragon Metals here. Today I'm going to be making a sustainable copper tree with some amethyst scatter. It's also going to have some acrylic leaves with it. And a nice wooden base. Here's the copper. I actually know where this was from, as I mined it myself. If you want to find this specific type of copper, this is actually from a coil on a cathode ray tube TV. That's the old big TVs with the heavy glass screens, the big square run ones. And this coil is usually surrounding the glass vacuum tube and the electron gun on the back of the cathode ray TV. So that's where you find this e-waste copper in this bright grey stuff. And that is where it was mined. So, exactly where it's from. It's quite interesting, I suppose. So, tree first. I have to grab some tools there. Toolbox. All sorts of nice tools in here. I'll only be needing a couple. Start from this edge. Just twisting it some there. Try and get this camera a bit higher, hang on. Better angle. Right, twisted there, as you can see. Not too much of a twist. And I want some space at the top. Don't need them, need the clippers. Use scissors for this too, but I currently don't have any upon me. This is what I usually use to cut copper anyway, split rings and such. But it's not ideal for this thinner stuff as it goes. So I'm not going to be making a single piece, I'm going to be making a dual piece here. So I need more sections of copper. Makes a more interesting looking tree. So twist it a little bit there to secure it. Don't want it too long, might have to cut it down even more. These things always come out completely unique, depends how they look in your mind, I suppose. The two sections I'll be using. Ooh, there's a bit escaping on the floor there. So, we need to undo these a bit, both, because I want to wrap them together. Takes some strength to do that. It's a bit too much for wrapping there. I want this out a bit, but not too much. That's about perfect. Slipped off there. More on the bottom. Twist. There we go. Sort of hard to see with the reflection. Anyway, roots first off. I always like to start with the roots first. Don't know why. Probably because it's an easier part. My hands are not in a good condition lately from doing copper. covered in calluses, and burns and scratches. That's from stripping copper and making jewellery findings. Lots and lots of jewellery findings. Them things. That's just some. I've literally got to make tens of thousands of them things. To make some nice jewellery. The roots should be irregular. Definitely won't want them all neat anyway, as roots generally don't look that neat. You do want them slightly coiled in one direction if possible. Doesn't matter if they're twisted very slightly, that'll look cool. Sort of looks messy at the moment. That's because this is just the root system of the trees. It's actually a two-piece tree. We'll have multiple levels. One here and one there. You'll see what I'll do. Should take a good few minutes. Will take a little bit of time to do it though. Nearly shoved a chunk of copper up my nail. That would have been painful. Close call. Got to be careful with that, because they can easily go straight up your nail, as you can see. Did a little bit. Yeah, indeed it did. Damn it. See my point? So, crafting copper trees does come with a little bit of injury. Actually doesn't hurt though. It's only a minuscule cut in an out of the way sealed up place. But expect that. Making these sort of things, the copper can be immensely sharp, I've found. Just tidying up some of the roots there with clippers. Because I didn't like their appearance. Keep twisting all these up. Not too difficult. Looks like a crazy sort of copper spider at the moment. You'll see what I'm doing anyway. So I get a bit closer to completion. This wooden base is what it will be going on eventually once I'm finished making this tree. Posted these before on my channel, ones that I made previously, so I'm showing how to make them now. It's quite simple. Using the pliers there to aid the twisting. Bit of an offcuts here, those I want to remove. Bit too much protruding. That's my neighbour's dog. Bags absolutely everything. So, twisting all these roots in one direction, as you can see. Some will need to be altered, like position here is a bit off, so move them around here. don't have to be exact. The copper is nicely malleable, that helps with repositioning all these roots. Get it nice and rooty looking. Bit better. As you can see, the thing now stands. Let's make some branches on the first layer now. I'll be splitting this off into a few sections actually. And let's be a bit higher. Twist that. Same again here. These will all be the lower down branches. Actually quite bright, this copper on my eyes. Twisting these up a bit as I want a regular looking branch on all of these. As I said, it's a winter's theme looking sort of affair. Check the description for the information about this crystal tree. We'll be having amethyst scattered around the bottom, as well as leaves to represent the material that would have fallen off it. As everyone always glues bits to the top, I've done that myself with a few, which look nice, but I prefer these ones, more pure to the theme anyway, with just the copper. Besides some of the best copper crystal trees that I've seen, the entire tree is almost only copper. Twistings. The bottom section done. Top section next. Bit much on the top there, on the copper. Might want to snip some of that off. Centimeter or so. That's because these branches are a bit lower than I would have liked. I like to use 3 to 2 or 4 pieces for these branches to make them alternate thicknesses. The branches really don't grow regular. Not that I've witnessed, at least. Trees tend to favour symmetry, but not with trunk size and thickness, as that would make no sense for growing of tree limbs. They'll they'll need to reach for the sun however they can go. Probably also make a severed branch to go with this as some scatter, as I've got lots of copper left, and I think that this tree's only going to take up section here, so I'll have a little branch by there probably. Done that before, it looks quite nice. Goes especially well with the winter's theme also. Yes, it can hurt your wrist doing that movement. Pays to take your time though with these copper trees. You can take around 20 to half an hour. I've done ones that have taken me all day. Big ones, complex, multi-layers, taking much time to do each section. So very variable on the time you can take to make these, as well as their complexity. You can add more and more complex trees if you so wish. Take out all the remaining branches, mark them out. Should be a good number left to make. We definitely want more branches at the top than at the middle section, as the sun generally goes more at the top of the tree rather than the bottom, where the leaves are all shaded. So makes sense to have more at the top. So I've marked all the different tree sections off there for twisting. Takes quite a lot of time to twist these. Hurt your wrist a little bit, as I said. The massive trees can really hurt. Gotta take a extra long time in order to do them ones, but I'm speeding this up a little bit for the video. Tree like this would usually take me half an hour, maybe more. Nearly done on all the branches, twisting them. Still need a little bit of shaping. As you want it to look a little bit more irregular. Doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, that would be bad. Those trees just don't look like that. If you do ever see a perfect tree, it's probably a mutant. All trees look nice, but perfect tree, I don't know. that'd have to be that Viking Yggdrasil thing. World tree. And as far as I remember, that tree's basically an alien tree, so it's not local. Trees don't grow perfectly here. They look all crazy and regular. Like this one. Base can use a little bit of work. Do that now. Sections need lowering and hiring. Mix it up a bit on the rootage. Some are not twisted enough. Others are twisted and too much. Okay, snip off a little bit of these. A bit too long, a couple of them. Bit better, more off that one. Went all skinny and long. That's better on the base evenness, bit angle on the tree. Better. Nicer angle on the tree. Could use some work on these branches though. Want them a bit more upright. Do want them irregular though. Same with the bottom branches. I want them pointing up, not down. Because the sun is not at the ground. You can see it can take some altering to get it how you like. It's not as simple as just making the tree. Lots of bending involved. Bit more happy with that. Looks a bit exotic and alien. If anything. More copper here. Break off a nice little section to make a branch with. Root tree, put the tree aside for now. Very easy, make the branch. It's just a rootless tree basically, tiny one. But still with branches, just not many. Because it's supposed to be a severed branch after all. Makes for a nice set, doing it like this. Only a few branches, as I've said, so I've got 5 here. That's enough. Piece of broken branch. The other way around. Yeah. And let's get some amethyst and scatter around that. Also have some leaves, as I showed in the beginning. Pretty much endlessly permeable, these, sort of like a little miniature Zen garden type sort of thing. Very nice amethyst pieces. These are also my last. Thought I'd make use of them in an usual way. This seemed appropriate. Quite a few sections, more than I thought. Should look very, very sparkly. It's already looking quite nice. Add some purple, more purple to that with these leaves. And also more towards the winter's theme. Just scattered fallen leafage about. There we go. Not too much leftovers. Definitely gives off a sort of winter's feel, that. A little bit out of season, but still quite nice of a piece when we were green. Let's have a little close-up inspection. My stand just flew away. Looks very ornamental, as it should. Well, I was making a bird crystal tree with amethyst scatter out of e-waste copper. Till next time.